Today we're going to be looking at a step-by-step tutorial on how to act entitled. So if you ever want to be entitled and look like an absolute idiot, do what these people do. My friend is upset my brother won't pay for her to attend his wedding. My brother's getting married this winter and him and his fiance decided to have a destination wedding. They chose Hawaii near where his best man grew up and are paying for the people they really want to be there to attend. This entails mostly immediate family members as well as very close friends of my brother and his fiance. It was planned well in advance and I think it's generous enough, but my friend is upset that she's not included. Okay, so wait a minute. So this original poster's brother's getting married and the person's best friend is angry that she's not getting paid to go there. But you're not friends with the brother or the family, are you? We grew up together and she is very close to our family. Okay, well it looks like she is close to the family. However, she's probably not super close to the brother. If it was the original poster's wedding, I can understand why she'd be angry. However, it's not. So she's invited but they're not paying for her. She's been complaining about how I get to go for free and how she can't afford it. I told her she doesn't have to be there and they won't be upset if she can't go. She thinks she needs to go and wants me to help her foot the bill for her to attend. I think she's being ridiculous and entitled. I mean, I would definitely agree with you. Put it this way, she is not like one of the brother's best friends, so why would they pay for her? Maybe if it was your wedding she'd get paid for. That right there is just pure entitlement. She's upset that you, the sister of the groom, goes for free and her, the friend of the sister of the groom, has to pay. What an entitled girl. Are you possibly rethinking this friendship? Because I would. I don't know about rethinking about the friendship. However, her friend is definitely very entitled. Laughed at that she thinks she needs to go. No, she doesn't think she needs to go, but she very much wants a free holiday. That's what I was getting from the whole situation. Basically, she's angry she's gonna have to pay for everything. She wants an all-inclusive free holiday. Entitled woman insults men for having regular cars.
I'm sorry, but if a guy picks me up in certain cars for a date, I'm just not going. Like, I'm just not going. Like,
okay.
I'm sorry, but you can't tell me if someone pulls up in this. Hold on, let me put it on the screen. Hold on. This Prius, you're no, I'm
pretty sure that's what Bill Gates drives.
I'm sorry. I already know the type of person you are. Like, I can tell by the car you drive what kind of person you're gonna be. Wait, I'll show you another. And this is for the boys too. If y'all drive these cars, you need to reevaluate yourself because, anyways, let me show you another car. The only person that should drive this is my 90-year-old grandpa. That's the only person. Okay, hold on, one more. I've got one more.
That's a nice car.
Be for real. Also, this picture makes me laugh. But, like, why'd you get that?
I'm so sorry, sweetheart, not everyone can afford a Ferrari. And also, here's a little bit of information. Just because somebody picks you up in an expensive car doesn't mean that they're rich. Bill Gates is like one of the richest people in the world. Elon Musk, they all have normal cars. They wear normal clothes, etc. That's because they are actually wealthy. They're not fake rich like the men you probably want. And yet again, who does she think she is to sit there and post that while twiddling her hair, showing her sweaty armpits? Who would ever want to take you out on a date? She'll end up with the guy she deserves. She's not going to end up with a man. No man would want her. Even man at the bottom of the barrel, the really horrible men, they wouldn't even want her. Is she able to not touch her hair? I mean, her hair's gonna fall out. I'm pretty sure if you constantly touch your hair with your fingers, you can like make it fall apart. Like, you're gonna basically make it snap. That video just gave me a weird vibe. Do you ever like watch something that gives you a sour taste in your mouth? If vinegar was a human, it would be her. Didn't hear a word. I was too fixated on how many times she messed with her hair. I was looking at her sweaty armpits. Like, I don't know if she was just out of the gym, but she looked like she was absolutely roasting. Maybe she should invest in expensive cars so she can get AC. I'm an a-hole for kicking out all my husband's relatives and not giving them what they were entitled to. This happened 1 month ago, but only now I managed to be fine. My husband passed away 37 days ago from cancer. I already know where this is gonna go and it's gonna piss me off. I can guarantee you his family members are gonna like want some of his money or to like live in his house and try to sell it, etc. Sometimes these Reddit posts really do bring out the worst in humans. There's been times whenever we've read stories about people who've died and then like the families fight over who can get their money. You would think you would try to mourn a person first, wouldn't you? He didn't have a good relationship with the family as we are a homosexual couple, but he came from a wealthy family and the house we lived in was a gift from his parents before he came out. This right here is literally breaking my heart because it's bad enough that he's died. It's bad enough that they're probably going to try and get his stuff, etc. It's the fact that they're a gay couple and they were in love and then his partner died. In the gay community, sometimes it can be really hard to find a partner who actually wants you for you and doesn't want you for, you know, other things. And this man's lost the love of his life. We dated for 3 years until we discovered the cancer and it was already very aggressive and in the terminal phase. Then we got married because it was our dream. It was something very rushed and we even tried to invite their parents. The answer was no. I wonder why they said no. Is it maybe due to religion? Religion can really ruin somebody's life, can't it? You know, because obviously this homosexual heterosexual gay couple want to get married, and the parents have basically said no to going. Because of this, knowing the nature of the parents, he asked me to make it a specific type of civil marriage so that I would be entitled to everything before and after the wedding. If it was another, the parents would be entitled to things in his name acquired before marriage. This is protected by law, not illegal. So basically this guy's saying, yeah, I don't want my family to get anything, I want everything to go to you. That is a good partner. The party was wonderful and for a few people 10. My sweet husband survived for 9 months after wedding and he finally had his well-deserved rest. I was numb despite having prepared for months for this moment. I couldn't even stay at the house. My mother took me to sleep at her house for a few days. I ended up getting a notification from the home security system 6 days after all, and when I went to see the cameras, my husband's entire family was there with big truckloads of movers. Wait a minute, so your husband's just died and 6 days later they've went and basically tried to empty the house? Keep in mind everything goes to you, so what they're doing right now is illegal. His sister he trusted had a spare key because she took care of her animals many times while we were traveling and they used it. I went there and I admit that I blew up. First even the 10th generation of the family and even more to my sister-in-law. I mean, to be fair, I'm with you, your husband's literally just died and they're at his house trying to move everything out of it. Like, that is horrible. They started to say that they were entitled to everything because the house and the furniture were all acquired before the marriage, and I shouldn't act surprised if by law they can, and after resolving in court they would see about it, but until then they would keep it so I don't sell anything. I cussed even more and said that they have no right because my husband knew very well how they were and assured me that everything went to me. They were surprised and started to say this is not correct because at least the house was theirs as it was given as a gift, but they left after I said I would call the police if they didn't leave and kept harassing me about the matter. Okay, so they do know if the police are called they're gonna get arrested, mainly because it's not their property. If I were you, I would take them to court because what they're doing right now is illegal. I had to swap numbers because of several numbers saying I'm an opportunist gold digger and I should be aware that this house doesn't truly belong to me. I know I'm protected by law, but I sometimes wonder if I should give up my house for peace. I'm an a-hole. No, you're not. Put it this way, you and your husband got married with a civil partnership, whatever it's called. So everything of his goes to you. So no, you're not the a-hole. Not the a-hole. You should have called the police when the alarm went off and had them arrested for burglary. Snooty people can't handle the whole arrest process. Also keep in mind, whenever you mention about calling the police, they did originally leave. So maybe they knew that the house does actually belong to you, but they're trying to pile on pressure on you to giving it to them, which you should not fall for. Do not crumble under the pressure. Not the a-hole. In fact, you should have called the cops for theft and trespassing immediately if you knew the law is on your side. Never let them hold on to something for safekeeping either. You probably don't even have an itemized list of everything in the house, so how would you even know if everything was properly returned? That right there is a good point. Like, they could have taken stuff and not given it back. The best thing you could probably do is get like a restraining order against them. So it means first of all they can't contact you, they can't harass you, put pressure on you, etc. But it means they also can't come to the house. Before we watch this next video, I do want to explain to you guys that it's a satire video, so it's not actually real. Basically, the girl in this video likes to make entitled videos and put it in TikTok, and the whole point of the videos is to piss people off.
The egg was not on the salmon.
So can I please get a new one? I don't want to eat this.
Can you leave already? Why are you even here?
You're joking, right? I can't make this up. Why is the egg not on the salmon? You guys can see clearly that I'm not making this up. Like, I can't make this up. Do you guys see this egg that's not on here?
Keep in mind this is all fake. Why would you fake this?
Educate this. I'm sorry. We would have to ask you to
Okay, so I ordered a salmon benedict, which the egg clearly is supposed to be on, and then why is the sauce even on the side? Like, it's supposed to be on top. Can I just speak to the manager? Like, I'm so done.
I am the manager.
I really don't know who hired you to be a manager, but I can clearly see that you are not, you know, the right person for this job. I'm gonna try to put this on. If it like opens on the way, I'm literally gonna have to ask you to bring me another one. Oh my god. Okay, it's breaking. Can I get a new one?
Sorry, yeah.
Can I please get a new one with like a new plate? It's to be aesthetic for my story. Because I'm honestly not eating this until you bring me a new one.
Sorry.
I'm leaving. I'm actually leaving. I'm so sorry, like, I'll just leave. You can just serve this to the next person because I didn't eat it yet, but I really appreciate it.
So yeah, that whole video was fake, but like, I don't know why. Why would you fake something like that? Rage bait, don't take it. Yeah, so if you don't know what rage bait is, it's basically the same as clickbait. Clickbait is whenever something's in a thumbnail and it makes you click in the video to watch it. That is rage bait, so she's done that on purpose to irritate people. But yet again, like, why would you do that? You're literally going to be known as being an awful person. You just look like an idiot. Same Goofy that made her Uber driver driver weight because of aesthetic. She is insufferable AF. I mean, yeah, she also made another Uber video basically where she was being rude to him. But I want to know why. Why do you do it? Do you do it because you want attention? This isn't the attention you want, by the way, because she's getting absolutely ripped to shreds on that Reddit page. Like, she is going out of her way to act like an absolute idiot. And it's all fake. I'm telling you, clout does stuff to people. Like, why would you ever want to act that way for clout? Bill Maher wants to acknowledge the big other side of the writer's strike. While he says they're being screwed a little bit by the streamers, a lot of their demands are cookie. They kind of believe that you're owed a living as a writer and you're not. This stuff sucks. Whenever bosses make billions, the workers are in fact entitled to that money. The bosses couldn't make it without us, and regardless of what these a-holes say, workers are now taking what's ours. If you don't know what that whole situation is about, I think it's about the LA strikes. It's writer strikes in America. Basically, they're sick and tired of getting paid absolutely nothing. You know, the CEO and the big money people make billions and millions a year. The writers who actually put the stuff together make absolutely nothing. So their demands are not cookie. They literally just want to be paid fairly. There are two sides here. One side is a corporation making hundreds of millions of dollars in profit, paying executives tens of millions of compensation. The other side wants a living wage, but Bill Maher got paid, so now his attitude seems to be F the employee. Memories get shorter when you get rich, I guess. F Bill Maher. I mean, I'm with that Redditor. Put it this way, the only reason they're striking is because they have to. They have to be paid a livable wage, and what they're getting paid is not enough. Something else I've noticed with the strikes currently going on is that a lot of American late night television isn't really happening. You know, the Jimmy Kimmels, the Ellen DeGeneres. I mean, Ellen got cancelled, but all the shows like that, like a lot of them aren't on TV right now because of the strikes. So put it this way, if they paid the workers a livable wage, none of this would be happening. They wouldn't be striking. Everything would be working fine. Am I entitled for thinking 9 AM to 5 PM is too much? Hi friends, I'm a 30-year-old that has recently been making drastic changes to try and change my finance problems and my life. Here's some background information. I broke up with my BF, moved from my high costing living area after living there for 5 years from my parents' new home 5 hours away. Not the home I grew up in, it's actually in a 55+ community in Florida, lol. So definitely temporary, but I could be here for a while to save rent. It doesn't make sense to pay crazy amounts in rent to me. Oh my god, can we actually talk about this? Rent is out of control. I was recently looking at apartments in London. Some of them are like 1,500 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment in London, and it's tiny. It's so sad that people my age are never ever gonna really own home unless you get them after your parents die. Like, homes nowadays are like $500,000. Most people are on like a $20,000 annual salary. Are they ever meant to afford a home? I'm looking for jobs, and man, it's bleak. I have a bachelor's degree, 10 years experience in sales, a real estate license, my yoga cert. I'm also a trained belly dancer / fire dancer and absolutely love that, but not sure if living off income from gigs would work for me. Therefore, I'm back into this crap show. Looks like rooms for rent are 1.5 to 2k a month, very 1-to-1. So you might think wages would be a little higher. No, extremely expensive snobby area in Florida outside Miami. Thousands of New York boomers are moving here every day, creating more traffic, more homes. Wages look like they've said the same since I graduated in 2011. Yet again, that's so true. It's like everyone's getting paid the same stuff as like 10 years ago, but everything is getting more expensive. Sometimes I kind of wish I was born like 50 years ago, just so it means that I could work and then actually own a home. That's probably something I'm never going to do in my life because of the way the system is. Anyways, to the point, I went to an employment agency. She sent me to an interview to work at Quartz Countertop Warehouse for sales. I'd be working 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, and it takes about 30 minutes to get to work. Not a pleasant drive either. The wage is $17 an hour. Oh yeah, so that's not, that's really not good. Keep in mind, in the UK, $17, how much is that in pounds? It's £13. We also do have to keep in mind she's living in Florida, and I swear that's like really expensive. The manager was very nice and straightforward in what he wants, but didn't deliver at all exactly what my rate would be. He said I could get a promotion in 6 months. I'd have a trainer and learn the ins and outs of the business, and there's definitely room to get promoted. There are 4 other salespeople, and he said none of them wants to become a manager. I didn't ask why, although I wish I did. I mean, maybe there's a reason. Put it this way, people don't want to be a manager, either they just don't want to do it, or maybe it's too much work for too little money. So I can hear already in the comments people saying put your head down, work hard and go after it. However, there are so many drawbacks to the lifestyle that I truly desire, including waking up at 7 AM, which ultimately I'll have to go to bed at 11, meaning that I'll have to get in bed by 10, and if I get home at 5:30ish from my job, that means I only have 4.5 hours to do everything else I want to do in my life, like stretch for an hour, practice dance for an hour, work out for an hour, read for 30 minutes, walk for 30 minutes, and I already ran out of time. Most likely I'll be tired after a long day of being in an office / not comfortable, so who knows if I'll have the drive to do this. I really care about being consistent about my dance practice and having a balanced, healthy lifestyle. They told me I was hard, never felt like I was asked if I wanted. No time to consider. I'm taking today off and supposed to start tomorrow. I felt hauled around like cattle. I have a knot in my stomach. Like the title said, am I entitled? I know I can always start and quit, but I feel like I'm running out of time to find something that works for me. What do I do? I mean, do I think you're entitled? No, that's probably how like a lot of people feel. I mean, put it this way, 9 to 5, that's a lot of time. And then keep in mind, you're not really getting paid that much, so like, is it really worth doing that job? This is why working from home was the best thing to happen for most people. More sleep, more time to yourselves, less financial stress due to saving and commute. My co-worker figured out that working from home saved them $800 a month. That's something else people can talk about. Whenever you get a job, you also have to pay money to get there. Whether it's a train, a bus, etc., eventually adds up. And also side rant, I was looking at jobs recently. I was just curious to see what was up in my area. There were jobs that were going to be paying people who are 18, 6, 7 pounds an hour. How can somebody who's 18 be getting paid 7 pounds an hour? Who wants to work for 7 pounds an hour? That is so little. In the UK, we do have a thing called minimum wage. However, it changes for your age. Someone who's 18 can get paid less than someone who's like 21. Me personally, I think they should scrap that. Like, I think it should be the same for everybody. They should ditch the age thing. Because put it this way, they're still working the same job. Entitled lazy customer bothering an underpaid employee.
So, what you're telling me is that the registers close at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
And that you would rather me take all those groceries right there and just leave them in the cart and leave the store than to have somebody ring them out for me.
Well, unfortunately, at the moment, we only have about, I'd say, 2 people left at self-checkout, and the rules are you can't have 1 people over there, have a whole line. It'll be too busy.
Okay.
So, like...
Because I'm not going to sit there and go and self-checkout that. That's all there is to that. I mean, that's quite a bit of stuff to be trying to do that, right? So, I mean, there's employees all over the store, right? So, what you're telling me is that Walmart just doesn't really care enough about us, their customers, in order to ring us out. You'd rather us just leave than to ring us out, right?
No, I'm just saying, like...
No, I mean, it's a choice, right? Either you ring me out, or I just leave all the stuff here.
I honestly can't bring you out due to it being closed at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
I can only bring people up here if it's suspended or like some issues going on over there.
Okay.
I just want to be able to bring over here.
So just leave it here then?
Well, I'm not saying leave it there. It's just... Sometimes it's open. But
well, I'm not going to ring it out. That's not my job. I'm a paying customer. I came here to pay for things, right? But I didn't come here to work.
I only have it open at the moment. I'm so sorry about that. So, like...
Okay. I'll just leave it in the store. So just to give you an idea, this is their self-checkout system that obviously does not work very well because it's so slap full this late at night. Just customers everywhere because apparently they don't have enough employees to take care of their customers.
I can understand why that man might be annoyed. However, you don't take it out on a worker like that. He isn't the one who makes the rules. Why don't these customers harass corporate? The cashier is only following orders from corporate and it's not their fault. People need to stop picking on the little guy and maybe go after the big guy for making these stupid decisions. Exactly, like I would probably say the worker probably agrees with the man. It's a bit silly that they've only got the self-checkout ones open. However, yet again, it's not that guy's fault. You know, he can't change the rules. He is told what to do and he has to follow them instructions. The person he's bothering didn't make these decisions and can't do anything about them. He'd be better off writing a letter to corporate than being an idiot to a random employee. Yet again, I agree with you. Like, I can understand why the guy behind the camera might be irritated. However, you don't take out a non-worker who doesn't control how the shop works. That is corporate, so complain to them. Props to the worker at Walmart for remaining so calm. I would have acted very differently. He's very patient, give him a raise. Exactly, these people need to get paid more. They don't get paid a lot and have to put up with stuff like that. Because I'm telling you right now, if it were me, I'd just back chat. Like, I would give them sass, and then that would probably end up with me getting fired as well. But anyways, guys, that's some entitlement. If you see me looking more entitled people, let me know, definitely will. Press the subscribe button and see you all tomorrow for another video.